Start? It's start? Hello, this is Team Hufflepuff, and we're responsible for the year twos doing the agricultural engineering project. So I am Manzoor Ahmed, and I am the configuration manager as well as the meeting chair. And I'll just give you an update for those roles for week 11. So as meeting chair, we what I started to do was incorporate the action items in the meeting minutes. So here we have, for example, here. I'll continue doing this in the weeks to come. As configuration manager, I also outline a version control document naming convention. So the year twos would have an idea of how to name the documents correctly, where version 1 is the first version, version 2 is the second version, and any minor changes would be indicated by a point 1, such as version 1.1. So the year twos were able to submit their SRS versions of the SRS, and all their documents adhered to this naming convention. Thanks.
Hi, good day. My name is Bradley Barrett. I'm the risk officer. I'll be doing week 11 risk assessment and risk control. Basically for our groups, we had 2 risk assessment for each week. One was the potential risk, where we estimate the actual severity of the risk, and the other was the actual risk, which was done at the end of the week on every week. This was to determine if the actual risk control mechanism was working or not. If the control mechanism wasn't working, we would implement different control mechanism to reduce the actual severity of the risk. And this was done for all the weeks, well, from week 6 until the 12th week. And thanks for your time.
Good day everyone, my name is Dylan Budu. I was the HR manager as well as the quality QA manager. So let's look at the metrics. So for our project, we use we use measured metrics in addition to appraisals. So we're on week 10, we're on week 11. So for week 10, we apply these different metrics. So if we're looking at this example, the cooperation and teamwork template, we assign metrics to each of the persons in the group, each of the developers, and we finally did a performance summary. So this was for week 10, and this is week 10. Based on their performances in week 10, this gave us an idea of how to appraise them in week 11. So for the appraisals, the weighted appraisals, each mentor reviewed a developer, and sorry. Sure, I just in week 9, but this is week 11. So each mentor reviewed a developer and selected and gave their appraisals, and the developers were asked to respond to agree or disagree. So that's it for the appraisals and the metrics. At the beginning of the project, we did a skills questionnaire where we determined the different strengths of the developers, and from that we assigned them into different groups. So we had a software, documentation, and a testing group. And finally, to close off the resource management, we did a Word document for processing and obtaining and sharing resources, time scheduling, and load resource balancing. So this was the document that all the developers follow in meeting with the different requirements. Okay, so for the quality management, we apply the validation checklist to each of the SRS documents. So there are a few validation forms. So we apply the requirement validation form. So looking at this example, the first one they submitted, they had 5 requirements when it was really 6, so it needed to be changed. So the second validation form, they had the 6 requirements, but a couple of the criteria weren't met, so they needed to keep updating changes. So this was done for all the documents with respect to reviews and inspections. So let's go into the software metrics. For the software metrics, we asked them to send us all their code, and each of the versions they were to show us how it was working. So for each of the versions, they showed us how it was working, and we decided with regards to the project the extent of the code completion. So we did a graph of this, and this is represented here. In addition to that, we applied the CC analyzer for the software metrics. So you can't really see it too well here, but they provided the cyclomatic number, lines of code, number of modules, and procedural metrics, structural metrics, and a report on the module main. So that's the HTML report. It also gave an XML report, which can be seen here. The final metric we use would have been single lines of code metrics. So we have up to week 12 here, but we're only concerned with what we did up to week 11. So we can see the majority of the code was done in weeks 8, 9, and 10. So that's it for metrics and inspections. That's it for quality.
Hi, good day. My name is Aaron Rosales, and I am the requirements manager for the group. So here we have the 6 requirements, and we listed the requirements in the order of the priority. So here we have the top three requirements with the highest order of priorities, and then we have the 4th requirement and the 5th with the medium order of priority, and then we had 1 low order priority. So here we plan to finish all 6 objectives before the end of the semester, and by week 11 we have finished up to version 3. So here we had 4 proposed versions of the document of the product to be completed. So in version 1, so on week 11 we have completed up to version 3. So we have 90% completed version 3. So here in this version you would see that we had requirements 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 partially met. Right. So the versions that we have met were the requirements 1 to 4 were completely met, and requirement 5 has been partially met. So here we will monitor the status of each in the status monitoring table. So for requirements 1 to 4, it can be seen that they are all 100% complete, meaning that the software and the hardware was complete and testing was done on each module. And for requirement number 5, you could see that it's 30% complete, meaning that they started to do the programming but haven't completed it as yet.
Good day everyone, I am the project manager for Team Hufflepuff, and as you can see the Gantt chart here outlines the tasks that were required for the project completion. In terms of the status of the project, we have most of the SRS complete. The SDD is complete, like a quarter of it, and mostly the research phase have been completed. The development phase is in progress, and we have completed development of the Raspberry Pi system. We have started the development of the web application, but we are not really completed with the alarm system management and security measures. Testing will occur in the next few days, and that will be the end of this project. In terms of a summary, here we have, this shows that some of the tasks were late, but we had to rearrange some of the reallocate resources in order to get the task completed on time. So here we have some of the remaining tasks and the amount of hours, approximated amount of hours left, and the resources assigned to each of these. So that's it for the status of this project with regards to the project manager's role. Thank